Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Real Short Box Live. My name used to be Donald, and we have some other people here. And Kevin, why don't you just tell them what we're talking about? It'll be a good time. I'm just going to have a quick snack.
It looks like someone is taking over your soul. I mean, you look like you're a zombie now, like Zombie Donald. Well, today, brothers and sisters of the live stream, we are going to be talking about, well, actually, not going to be talking about, you're going to be involved in today's live stream. It's the battle of the horror movie franchises. It's going to be lots of fun. You get the vote in the comment section. You decide out of these 16 franchises which will be the champion. And there will be a prize.
That sounds great.
And of course, it's always great to have these two fine gentlemen here as guests. First, let me give respect to Professor Chris D. Turner out of the great state of Texas. Thank you, sir, for joining us. A man who is a teacher of the thespian arts. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, sir.
Well, thank you. Though you can leave the great part of the state of Texas out of there. So
he's a thespian. I knew it.
Wait. Why do you look so transparent? Are you like a ghostly apparition tonight, sir?
Yes. I got hit by a car. I'm now dead.
Oh my God!
Dedicated this podcast, so I came back from the dead.
Well, I'm hoping you take vengeance upon the person who did you dirty.
I'm here to haunt them.
Yes, haunt them you shall indeed.
They are my unfinished business.
And of course, we have our other guest who's also been on the live stream on a few occasions, Mr. Sean Leonard, a man of many talents, a man who is an excellent and award-winning author. Please tell them about the book that they can find on Amazon, sir. What's it called again?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's called Odd and Ed. It's spelled O-D and Ed. And it's under my birth name, which is Shanti Leonard. It's a spooky tale, kind of about a haunted house. So it kind of fits with the season. On Amazon and my website, too.
All right. Excellent, sir. Thank you again for joining us on this very special, dark October, or should I say Shocktober evening.
Hey, Enrique, thanks for joining.
Oh, thank you.
So,
yeah, it's
oddly enough,
outside, huh?
I posted, guys, but it's posting a picture of me dressed as the Blue Beetle for some reason.
Is that funny?
I don't know why it's doing that. But that is what you'll see when you check the Facebook page, I think. At least that's what it's showing me, so I don't know. So if you check that, feel free to share with your friends. It's really randomly weird. I don't know why it would do that. Facebook's been kind of messed up today, for those that didn't know.
I know. It's been all jacked up all day. Many people around the world were freaking out. They were angry. Some people couldn't get their posts. You see, it goes to show you how addicting social media is. Some people, when they can't go a day without it, they lose their minds.
It's true.
Yeah, Instagram's down too. My students freaked out for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
They're like, "Well, we can't do any gramming." Well, then they figured out TikTok still was around, so they got over it. But still.
Oh yes, until Facebook buys TikTok, and then that'll be down too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. See, that's what's so insidious now about social media. It's so deeply ingrained into our cultures that people can't live or seem to live without it. But you know what's funny about it? In some respects, social media has turned people into zombies.
Yeah.
Like this man in the blue shirt who's gobbling on something.
What do you mean?
You should get down into the bone. The marrow is the best part.
That's what I've been saying. It's delicious. I don't know what else to say about it. I just keep chewing on it and licking it. It's just tasty. Put that down for a minute. I'm getting a little preoccupied.
Getting a little worked up there, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting worked up. We have some sponsors, guys, for those that don't know.
One of them right here I can mention, because it's the one I remember, most that I can speak of, is this beautiful hat that I'm wearing. It's from Splattered Frog Brewery. That's also based in the great state of Texas. That's the brother of Professor Chris D. Turner. You can't go wrong there. great products. Go to their website. It's splatteredfrog.com. Am I correct, Zombie Donald?
Yes. Correct.
So they can get some Splattered Frog product, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you save 20% off if you put in the coupon code SHORTBOX. They're going to be getting some more fun swag type stuff on their site as well. So it's going to be, this is part of a hip, I believe, Enrique. I believe it is part of a hip, yeah. Or one of the hips. I don't know. When you're pulling apart people, you don't always, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's usually a group of you around. It just wasn't me. I mean, there was my friends, you know, and I just got what I could. And this, I think this is a hip. It's pretty, like I was talking to Sean, it's tasty as hell. Like, highly recommend it.
What do people taste like, by the way?
Pig.
Pig? Like pork, basically?
Basically like pork, yeah. Speaking of like the dinucleic acid type situation, I think we're very closely related to pigs, which makes a lot of sense.
Yes, we do share some certain aspects with the pigs.
Yes, the tastiness, apparently. The tastiness. It's really good, guys. It's really good. I'll share some with you later if you want. You come over, please come over. I'd be happy to.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Actually,
I'll have you for dinner.
Yes, I'm sure you will, and that's why I want to keep my skin intact. Shall we say?
You'll be so tasty, Kevin. We have some giveaways today. One of them is a surprise. Surprise, actually, it's a Blu-ray. So it's going to be a surprise Blu-ray that we're going to be sending to your home, and you're not going to know what it is until it arrives. I thought that would be super fun. Kind of like a Halloween, Christmas combo thing where, you know, Santa drops off a present at your door, and you're like, what is this? And you won't know, and it'll be from us. And it'll be like, surprise, there you go. The other one, Sean, why don't you tell them about the other giveaway we're doing?
Oh, yeah. So I made this coloring book that kind of fits the season. Let's see if we can... You
got to, I think, put your chest in front of it.
I'll put my chest in front of it. It's sort of a...
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah, that's not so good.
Yeah, I think you might have to take off the filter and show your room. There, we see it.
Okay, so this is the back. There's a mask and everything on the back, and then it's kind of a coloring book.
Okay.
I take my thing off. I'll show you. Imagine something really spooky that you can color in right there. And something else.
All these pages are great. Yeah, they all look like a room.
Zombies.
Oh, that's pretty
There's a Donald's friend.
Yeah, we're really close. Yeah. We're really close. We're really good friends.
A couple of creepy things just fit for the season. Giving that away today.
Nice. That's great. I'm going to just try to do crazy eyes for most of this podcast. We'll see if I can do it. I don't know.
Me too.
We'll see. Yeah, good job, Chris. So, let's see. We got a couple people popped in. Howdy, Maria. Thanks for joining. Hey, Marie. Thanks for joining. Maria. Once we get to double digits here, we're going to start doing votes and stuff. We're going to preliminarily do some votes. This is, by the way, the... oh, there you go. Creepy and cute coloring book. Dude, that looks so cool. Show some of the pages.
Let's see here.
Well, I see a treehouse.
Yeah, more of the cute side. You can talk as I show it if you want to. A little bit creepier.
Cool. Yeah, see like the reflection of someone in the butcher knife.
That's great.
About to be butchered.
That's really cool.
We got something a little disturbing there for you.
Hey, Sean. We're going to be giving one of these away, but also, is these available for purchase?
Oh yeah. So I do have them for purchase right now. I have them on Amazon right now, and I just dropped the price. They're usually $10, but for October they're $5.
Wow.
I don't really make anything on them, but I just wanted people to have them because I'm probably going to take them down after October because I'm going to do something else. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to grab one for sure. I'm grabbing one.
Yeah, me too. Buy one right now.
Yeah, well, I can't do it right now, but Chris will get ahead of me on that. But I'm definitely going to get one. Those are super cool. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'll probably just grab 2.
Hold on, let me just change the price real quick.
Change the price? No, you can't. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Mom and Dad's on. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. McKinney.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Scorch is on. Hey, Frank. Thanks for joining us, buddy. You're here for our premiere Shocktober episode that I thought would be fun if I ate someone live on this podcast. So that's going to happen. Or wait.
That'd be disturbing.
Already did. I couldn't wait.
Got a little overzealous there.
I did. I got a little hungry, I got to admit. Yeah. And I'm like all dainty, bougie, and drinking through a straw. Like, But yeah. So we're talking about the battle of the horror movie franchises. We're going to get started on this really, really shortly. One more company I want to mention, one more sponsor that we have. We actually have an extra sponsor for this month, for Shocktober in general, and that is We Can Be Heroes. Kevin, why don't you talk a little bit about We Can Be Heroes and what they're sponsoring us with? They're giving away, I think we've got a giveaway coming up in the future with them.
Yes, later this month they'll be giving away a beautiful, I believe it's going to be a graphic novel. That's, a horror-based graphic novel they'll be giving away. And We Can Be Heroes is one of the greatest comic shops in the United States, a top 5 comic shop here on the West Coast. We Can Be Heroes is in Chatsworth, California. It is co-owned by the proprietors of Julio Galvez and Will Bucky Buchanan. Pay them a visit. They're great people.
Yeah, they're very tasty. I mean, they're very nice people.
Whoa. They're not tasty. Don't say that.
Very nice people. Very nice. Julio would go really well on a grill, I think. I
don't think his wife and children would appreciate you saying that.
If you just sliced off a piece of him, I don't know that wouldn't hurt him that bad, would it? I mean,
yes, it would. What would his children say? What would his children say?
Can I have some?
Yum.
No, they wouldn't say that.
They might.
They wouldn't say that.
They might. They might want a little nibble.
Daddy.
Okay, so our other sponsor besides We Can Be Heroes is Half's Hot Sauce. Half's Hot Sauce. Put in the 10% off coupon code, which is Donald Hiccups, because hot sauce makes me hiccup. It's embarrassingly hilarious. You'll probably see that again at some point. He has a new hot sauce called More Cowbell, by the way, on his site, I believe. It is a hot mustard seed hot sauce. So it doesn't taste like mustard. It has mustard seed in it, though. Totally different. It's very flavorful, yet it's one of the hottest hot sauces I've had. I could only take a dab, like on my finger, just a dab. Oh, shit. My skin's falling off. My skin's falling off.
No. Oh, no.
I'm decaying before your eyes. Let's get started on some voting, guys. Let's do a battle of the horror movie franchises, huh?
All right. So we're going to go through a couple of dummy rounds to get.
Yeah, we're going to go through a double some dummy rounds, but let's do the gold intro for the real short box before we start. Let's do the gold intro. We're going to do the gold intro because this is Shocktober and this is a special month. So gold intro. Here we go.
Cool.
So, yeah, Shocktober. Let's do this. This is the battle of the horror movie franchises. Trevor wants to know, you taking dabs, bro? Bath salts, buddy. Just pure bath salts. Evan, thanks for joining us. Love to have you over for dinner sometime too, Evan.
Oh, don't do that to him.
Yeah. See, because, I probably could get high. All right. Yes, Mom, I do need more iron, I believe. I definitely do need more iron. There's iron in blood.
Yes, there is.
Liver has a lot of iron. A lot of iron. And Evan, yes, I do look better than normal. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Even more so when you don't cook it.
Right. Yes. Even more so when it's raw, buddy. Tasty.
Tasty.
Everybody in the chats, if you have yet to comment, go ahead and give us a like if you don't mind. And if you haven't followed us yet, give us a follow. A like and a follow. We're also on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, even Twitter. We tweet. We do. It's what we do. We do it sometimes, occasionally.
We tweet.
Yeah. So let's do a preliminary battle. What's the first preliminary battle that we have here for the evening, Kevin?
Let's see. I believe. Let me take a look here real quick. It was going to be Poltergeist versus Hellraiser. I believe that was it. Poltergeist versus Hellraiser.
Okay. All right. Poltergeist versus Hellraiser. What an interesting opening battle that we have here. They don't make sense being paired together, but you know what? That's why they're in the preliminary battle. Now, this one doesn't count towards the actual voting. They're not going to make it and move on to the next round. This just shows kind of that this one was better than that one, and we can discuss if you guys want. It just kind of gets the juices flowing, and you know what? I'm a big fan of that. The more blood pumping, the more excited you get, you know. Your capillaries start to open up. It's really good for me. It's very
I mean, the Poltergeist franchise, the first two are really good, in my opinion. The third one, not so much. But the first two, especially the first two are great. The first one, of course, has the clown. It has of course, the famous skeletons. And then...
Marik, why don't you...
had the preacher with Reverend Kane. That guy was really creepy looking.
Oh, that's right. I remember it now. I totally forgot about that.
You see?
The second one was cool.
Was that Poltergeist you guys talking about?
Number two. With the preacher, the crazy
Never seen number 2.
Century.
I will say number 1 gave me nightmares. Really bad. I believe it may have even given Marik nightmares at some point, if I could recall, because I think we watched it together at some point. Maybe, I don't know. But
so good.
It was pretty gnarly, pretty scary, but very fun too. Very enjoyable film, Poltergeist. Hellraiser, I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen. It scares the shit out of me. Even the description of it. These are like beings from another dimension or some shit that don't know the difference between pleasure and pain. So they're like, maybe we can be aroused if we skin the flesh off of your face. Not my cup of tea, man. Like, no thank you. I mean, obviously, I'm in it now, you know, like, sure, flesh is tasty, but, like, I don't want to skin it off. I just want to bite it, you know? Like, just bite it off your face. It's too much work.
Clive Barker is pretty hardcore. He does some really disturbing stuff.
Yeah.
And yes. Hellraiser was recently... parodied in Rick and Morty, actually, this last season.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So let's do some voting, guys. Let me see if I can bring up the shot clock here. It's been a bit, so I'll see if I can find it. I'm old, so bear with me. In the meantime, go ahead, everybody in the chats. Cast your vote, Poltergeist or Hellraiser. Anybody want to describe Hellraiser besides my lame description that I tried?
Well, Hellraiser, of course, has the very scary-looking figure Pinhead, who's one of the Cenobites, who are basically people in hell who torture you once you go there. And it's pretty brutal. I mean, it goes beyond sadomasochism. It's like literally, as he says, he will tear your soul apart. He'll tear your flesh apart. Those first two movies are incredible, in my opinion, as far as a special effects standpoint. I mean, the first two movies, you see like the muscle. And as the people are reforming when they're taking over someone's body, it's unbelievable. I mean, it looks so real. It's like, they studied anatomy, basic gross anatomy, when they put the effects together for those two movies. It's like unbelievable, unreal. You got to check it out. It's gory, but it's very fascinating. Yeah. And that box, the Lament configuration box, it's basically a puzzle box that can bring pleasure or bring pain and bring hell to you, or whatever the case may be. That's a very crazy thing to mess with. It's actually worse than messing with the Ouija board.
We're getting in some votes. How this goes is basically I select 2 people, It'll either be Kevin, Chris, or Sean that'll be counting the votes. Basically, for example, Kevin would do, in this round, he would do Poltergeist. He would count the votes for that one. And Sean would count the votes for Hellraiser. Because at this point, Sean looks closer to Hellraiser, to Pinhead, than any of us.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you've got the chin for it.
That's pretty disturbing.
You got the chin for it.
It's true.
Yeah. So, we got a few seconds left, about 15 seconds left on the clock. We're going to take these votes. So let's start counting them up. Yes, Hakeem, thank you for joining, buddy. Shocktober is here. Yes, I'm so excited for Halloween this year because I might actually be able to see more than one person during Halloween. That'll be cool.
Oh, and bless you in the comment section for leaving us a like. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Was Poltergeist the first movie to do the whole Indian burial ground thing?
Good question. Maybe, at least for a modern one, probably.
It was the first one that I had seen that had done that. So, spoilers.
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
I'm not sure. By the way,
Still worth it to watch it. That last shot is amazing, by the way.
really quickly, my makeup was done by Monica Halligan. You can find
yes.
her on her website. You can also find her on Instagram. Just type in Monica Halligan. You'll be able to find her wonderful job that she does on the makeup. I'm going to look up the link here in a little bit and post that. But she does do makeup for a living. It's part of what she does. And she does on set, and she does it beauty makeup too for like news reporters and shit like that. She literally does that. So she does it all. So that's Monica Halligan. Thank you for the makeup, for doing this. I appreciate it.
Very, very talented lady.
Yes, very talented.
Yeah. Looks fantastic.
All right, so here we go. Austin says Poltergeist. Marique says tough one. They're both really good. I don't see that. I don't see that at all. Maria says Poltergeist. Let's see. Hakeem says I'm going with Poltergeist. It took some real people with it off screen as well. A truly deadly franchise. He's right there. Scorch says
a lot was coincidental though, unfortunately.
Oh, now that you've seen the documentary, you're so much cooler than us. Scorch says Poltergeist. Evan says Hellraiser. Marique says Hellraiser. And Brody says Poltergeist for me. Hello. Hey, Brody. Thanks for joining. You're always welcome to come over and have a bite.
Don't do it, Brody. He'll eat you.
Just a little bite. Just a nibble. If you want. A nibble. We have a knock. I don't know what it's from, but we have a knock.
It's a ghost, I think.
Okay. Poltergeist, huh? So where are we at with this voting?
I have 5 for Poltergeist so far.
Okay.
2 for Hellraiser.
We got more people in the comment section, so
yeah. So those that are in the comments, actually in the viewing the podcast, if you would like to chat in the comment section, please feel free to do so because this is how these move on, like so to speak. But these are just kind of introductory voting, which we can move on quickly with these, and they don't really matter that much. Enrique says if you like Hellraiser, check out The Void. Enrique, I'm going to pin that on the screen. That's probably important for people to note. So thank you, sir. So it's 5-2. Let's just say Poltergeist wins. Moving on.
All right. And we got one more warm-up round if you want to do that.
Another warm-up round. What is that one?
That's The Omen versus Phantasm. Strange as that is.
Man, why didn't we do Phantasm versus Hellraiser and The Omen versus Poltergeist?
You know what's funny? I don't think of it. I probably would have made more sense because of the little weird, or just the chains.
Yeah, you got the sphere versus the cube.
The cube.
Yeah.
I'd take the cube though.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd take the cube.
You really would?
I would take I'd take my chances with the box than I would with those spheres coming at you.
Coming in your thing.
Man, yeah. I don't know. I've seen some people survive the spheres.
Well, people survive the box too. If you solve the puzzle correctly, you don't get killed like that.
Oh no?
No. If you solve the puzzle correctly, you don't get torn to pieces.
Okay. Well, I hope that you know how to do that.
I do actually. It's like a Rubik's cube.
Oh, you know? Okay.
Up, down, left, right, BA.
No. This isn't Contra, buddy.
You remember Mike Tyson's Punch-Out code to get to Mike Tyson directly?
Let's see.
What was that? I don't remember it.
007-373-5963.
Oh my god.
867-5309, buddy. Get it right. Scorch says, I've always wondered if any universities actually have paranormal psychology departments like the ones in Poltergeist and Ghostbusters.
I think there is a few universities out there that do have.
Not that I know of.
Have that kind of. It's called parapsychology or something like that. I think there is secret.
Chris, let's have you keep track of the Omen, and Sean, let's have you keep track of Phantasm. Yeah. Okay, so I've seen the Omen. It's about a little Damien, a little devil boy. It's kind of bullshit. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like it. I don't care about little bad children. They're everywhere, as far as I'm concerned. Children are little shits. Wow. Damien just needed a good smack upside the head. He'd have been fine.
Wow.
With Phantasm, this dude's freaking scary. And I was told just to skip the first one and watch the second one and go from there, which I did. Phantasm 2 was great. It's the same director that also did Bubba Hotep, which is amazing for those that haven't seen it. It's a great holiday treat.
Agreed.
If you have time to watch that. I have the bedpan from that. I'm very, very proud of that. I have not used it much.
Do you really have it if you haven't used it yet?
Yes. I mean, well, shit on me. I don't know. Let's see. We're getting some votes now. I know Mom and Dad probably haven't seen a lot of these, so they're going to be like out on some of it. But I think some of them they're going to be surprised that's in this franchise, Battle of the Franchises. It'll be fun. Hakeem says, Hakeem's talking to Scorch actually, so we'll negate that. Okay, so who is doing what? Chris, you're doing the Omen, and Sean, you're doing Phantasm, right?
Cool.
Enrique has done one vote for Phantasm. Let's reset the shot clock here for 1 minute, and everybody tally. Let's put your votes in the chat. Trevor says the Omen, and that's where we're at. So we have one each, I believe. Brody says the Omen. Scorch says the Omen. Oh shit. Now, is it because you guys haven't seen Phantasm, or you just prefer rotten little shit children?
Maybe they prefer the rotten children.
It's all for you, Damien.
Right?
Oh, I know. That was pretty creepy when she did that.
Okay. Yeah. So Maria says she hasn't seen Phantasm.
That movie that makes no sense to me was with the priest, and the thing was the object was coming his way to impale him, and just sitting there screaming. Ah! Yeah. It's like, dude, you had like 10 minutes to get out the way, and you're screaming before you get impaled.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
They should have made fun of that in Scary Movie.
Yeah, that's true, because it's so stupid.
Okay, Hakeem voted Omen. Scorches, Damien can make people kill themselves. Well, yeah, I mean, you talk to Kevin long enough, that can happen too.
Wow, that's vicious. Vicious. Is that the best you got? Is that the best you got, Zombie Donald?
No, I can keep going, buddy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
This Phantasm movie is actually pretty trippy. It's
sort of late 70s. Came out like in 79.
Trevor says Damien speared a priest, so he likes that. Austin says Omen. We have another vote for Omen. Brody says haven't seen Phantasm, honestly. Damn, Brody. Watch the second one, dude. Watch the second one. Is this Marique? I think this is the Brody. Putting 2 and 2 together.
Yes.
Make him watch the second Phantasm, because that's what Matt Hilton made me do. And you know Matt's spot on with his horror. So, have him do that. You two can watch it together.
Spot on with what? What was that?
Spot on with his horror movie
with his horror movie choices, and how they work.
Got it. Myself, so...
let's see. Enrique says, Kevin liked that scene in Austin Powers in the steamroller. LOL. Yeah. Sherlock Holmes, thanks for joining us. Sherlock says the Omen. And Marique's not voting. She's abstaining. And Jarrett says, I once had the best Phantasm. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jarrett.
That's cute. Brody says the first one was that bad. I don't know. Like, I guess it just wasn't... You don't need to watch it, is what I was told. It's just completely unnecessary and slightly boring.
It's really trippy. It's a really low-budget movie.
There we go.
Much like The Evil Dead, the first Evil Dead. Just low budget, but still good.
Yeah. Matt is really good with that taste, for sure, Marique. So there we go. Okay, where are we at on votes, guys?
Omen has 6.
Omen has 6, and fantastic. Jarrett just went Omen. Yeah. Okay, so let's just say goodbye to the Phantasm. The Omen
it's
wins.
a wrap. Phantasm had like 1 vote.
Yeah.
Phantasm had 1 vote.
So sad.
That's where we're at. Okay, so moving on. Let's see. Brody says like the first Evil Dead. Then thanks, Kevin. Yeah. Brody for sure. The first Evil Dead. Okay, so real talk. I love the Evil Dead. Not the first one
one's
though.
better than the second.
Not the first one though. The first one scares the shit out of me.
First one's great, man.
Shut up. First one scares. It is not great. Scares the shit out of me. It scares this. The first Evil Dead scares the shit out of me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll never like it. I love Evil Dead 2, and I love Army of Darkness, and I love Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Even though Ash vs. the Evil Dead gets grosser and like more gory as we go along, the second season, and I know how that happened because, Jesus, without name dropping, I was talking to a particular person that works directly with another person that created this Evil Dead thing. And the person said, we were given the green light by Stars to go more gory. They said, we loved season 1, but can you make it gorier? And we were like, Jesus, of course we can. So then that's why season 2 really upped the ante. But at that point, it might have been too late for the people that are like hardcore Evil Dead fans. And they never tuned back in to check out the second or third season. And that's unfortunate because overall they're very well done. And Lee Majors is in it. And Xena Warrior Princess is in it. I don't know how you can go wrong with any of that. We've got some more comments. Let's see. Jared says, always make sure your partner phantasms first.
Oh, jeez.
Marik says the second one is the best. We're sitting in the splatter zone of the musical this month. Oh, they're still doing the Evil Dead musical. Okay. Cool. Brody says, I love the scene where he is being chased by the entity through the house. Okay, so, Brody, if you haven't seen Ash vs. the Evil Dead, the TV series, it's a must. I think you're going to really enjoy it. Maria says, I love them all for different reasons, but I like them in reverse release order. I 100% agree. So it would be Army of Darkness would be my favorite, followed by Evil Dead 2, followed by Evil Dead, which is my least favorite of the bunch.
It's an interesting thing about the what they said about the being chased through the house. That scene was actually shot in a school.
Really?
Yeah, they built that set in the cafeteria of a school.
No way. Is that the school that you work at right now, Chris?
Oh, I wish.
That would have been cool.
It was
you
a
ruined
school in
it.
Michigan.
Yeah, because that's where they're from. That's where Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell are from, actually. And they worked a lot with the brothers, the two. They did the Shawshank Redemption. Not Shawshank Redemption. The what's the other one? The Hudsucker Proxy.
Oh, the Coens.
Yes. Yes. They grew up with the Coen brothers. So it was the Coen brothers, Sam Raimi, and Bruce Campbell all worked together for a while because they were like,
oh man,
yeah, they grew up together. Isn't that crazy?
That would have been awesome to be hanging out with those guys back then.
Yeah,
70s.
absolutely. Let's see. Scorch is still talking to Hakeem. Okay, great. So I'm not gonna. Don't need to comment on that. Okay, we're gonna get started. Let's do this. Official bracket time.
The real deal. The real deal.
So who chose bracket 1?
I think that was me.
Okay, Sean, we're gonna start you out with bracket 1 for voting.
All right. Cool.
And I'm sorry we had Facebook and Instagram and stuff had so many technical difficulties today that it might be a little bit of a smaller turnout than we expect, and that's just because of our advertising purposes was not as grand as we would like it to be, but we'll make it work. These are some fun ones. This is a really fun franchise. One of my personal favorites, to be honest, is Scream.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other one, Sean?
So we got Scream versus Saw.
Yeah.
Scream, you got the ghost scare. terrorizing high school students in the 90s.
True.
Which is actually a satire on everything that kind of came before it, and kind of a culmination of everything, directed by a veteran, Wes Craven. They did a lot of clever things in that, like the opening scene with Drew Barrymore and how people thought that she was kind of going to be the main character, and they just offed her after that.
And she volunteered for that,
I don't know
too. She requested to switch with Neve Campbell.
Yeah, that's true. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. Really smart script. And then we have Saw, which is kind of the opposite in a way, because it's a really small movie, independent movie. I think only like $1 million budget.
Yep.
Really, really gritty, where Scream is kind of vibrant. And it all takes place in one place, and started that whole kind of do a puzzle to save your life type thing. Both have amazing endings, and I actually love both of those, especially the first in the series.
First one. Yeah, put Lionsgate Studios on the map.
Wasn't that kind of
true.
The film for Cary Elwes? Wasn't that kind of his return?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Also, two people who would later be on Lost were in that movie too.
Who?
The guy who played Zepp and Danny Glover's partner in the movie, the Asian gentleman. They're both on Lost.
The Asian gentleman.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I'm gonna look him up.
It's been so
Do you
long.
type it? Is there a space between the and Asian, or?
I think I saw Scream 6 times in the theater.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I absolutely loved it when it came out.
Marique, that's weird. You can't have a crush on Jigsaw.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
John's a fascinating person.
It's forbidden.
John Kramer, the Jigsaw Killer, is a fascinating person because technically he doesn't kill anyone. If anything, the people kill themselves.
Remember for Halloween when you dressed up like the ghost face for 5 years straight? That was cool.
Yes, of course.
You cheap bastard. You think you would invest in a better costume after like 2 years, but 5 years straight?
Hey,
why not?
At least I wore different variations of it.
Did you?
That mask,
I did.
That mask that they had for Ghostface before that movie came out was just a cheap mask they used to have at every corner store before that.
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like another certain mask that we'll talk about later.
My skin's just falling apart.
Yeah, for a couple of different ones actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start counting votes. Who wants to take Scream?
I'll take Saw.
I'll take it.
Okay, Chris is taking Scream. Sean, you take Saw.
Oh, wow.
Nah, I'm kidding. Kevin, you take Saw.
I'm counting 2.
Yeah, okay. Sean, you count 2.
I'm just joking.
All right, okay. Let's see. We got some comments here. Let's see. Marique says the second Army of Darkness or Evil Dead is the best. Marique says Saw. Trevor says Saw. Evan says Scream was better, Saw was scarier, so we don't have a vote yet from Evan. Jarrett says Scream for the first one alone. Frank says, hey Frank, thanks for joining. He says Saw movies are my guilty pleasure movies. Hakeem says I'm going with Scream. It's more enjoyable for many reasons. Enrique says Scream. Brody says Saw. First Scream was the only good one. They should have stopped there. Jarrett says Asian-man. So there you go, Kevin. He's corrected you. Maria says Scream. Marique says So Hot. She's still talking about goddamn Saw.
John Kramer.
Hakeem says
puppet thing.
Yeah.
Well, probably both.
Hakeem says Kevin made me watch too many Saw movies when we were roommates. That sounds right. Creep.
I'm gonna watch a whole bunch of horror movies.
Frank, the other Frank, Scorch, he says Saw. Austin says Saw. And my mother says Scream. So where are we at on these numbers?
I have 5 for Saw so far.
I got 5 for Scream.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Oh wait, you mean I may have to get out the Supreme Court justice robes potentially? If this
I'm not wearing anything this time. I'll just take shit off.
We gotta tear your shirt off or something.
You want my pants off? This is how it happens. So everybody, you need to vote. Trust me.
Yeah, you don't want him tearing his pants off.
I don't want to embarrass Kevin.
No, you might see something that might scare you.
Make him feel like less of a man. I don't know. All right. So, guys, I'm going to put a quick timer. We got 1 minute on this.
Chris, do you have your ghostly Supreme Court justice robes just in case?
I do.
This would be so wonderful. And I know that Sean has an excellent robe. You may have the best Supreme Court robe.
I don't know where I need to go. I should hold on. I'll be right back.
He doesn't have a robe so much as he has a chicken wing. Am I right? Did he find the chicken wing? The great chicken wing of voting? Isn't that what it is?
Oh, yeah. That's right. He did that like back during the summertime. I remember that.
Summertime. We haven't had any more votes, guys. We're still 5-5, so it's gonna probably go to the Supreme Court.
I know, it's strange. We have 4 people who are essentially abstaining. 4 or 5 people that are abstaining so far. Maybe they haven't seen either franchise.
All right, that's it. We're done. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, goes to the Supreme Court.
We get the robes.
Here we go.
You know what? This is gonna be hard, actually, for me to choose.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna have to flip the coin.
Okay, I've got it on the screen. Supreme Court vote. All right. Oh, Chris has got his robe on. Jesus, Chris, that looks great. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, first round. Chris, what do you vote? Saw. Okay.
Yeah, I like the first one of Scream. I mean, if you look at it this way, both Scream and Saw have new movies coming out. Well, Saw had one come out this year, and Scream has one coming out next year. But I mean, they got like big time stars in the new Saw movie. They got Chris Rock and Samuel Jackson.
Spiral. I haven't seen that.
And Scream just has the same old people back and again. Saw, I think, has more interesting deaths, so I gotta go with Saw.
Okay, Saw. All right, Sean, what do you vote?
So the chicken wing of truth is MIA at the moment, so I have the velvet skull of
Justice.
Something else. Man, this is super hard. Because we're thinking series, right? Not just the first movie.
Franchises.
I'm gonna go Scream.
Scream. Okay.
They both blew my mind, actually, the first time in the theater.
All right, Kevin, I'm gonna make this one difficult on you.
I'm gonna flip the coin actually for myself to
decide. All right, well, you do that because I'm gonna vote Scream as well.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go head Scream, tails Saw. So let's see. Heads wins.
Scream it is. The Supreme Court has voted, and the Supreme Court has decided Scream moves forward in this round.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going Saw, Kevin.
I know. I let the coin decide.
Yeah.
I went Two-Face on this one.
Hakeem, you got to be surprised, buddy. All right, number 2. We're going to move on pretty quickly. Yes, Scorch, the furnace scene in Saw 2, which I'm not a fan of Saw 2, by the way. It's very gruesome.
Is that the one with the needles?
Yes, the needles. Okay, so who got number 2? Who chose round number 2? Chris, was that you?
Nope, that was you, I think.
That was me? Oh, you're probably right. Okay, I'll do that then. All right, so this is me. Round 2. We are talking about The Purge. And we're doing The Purge versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I've seen the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I've seen the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one. I don't know if I've seen any others. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one, there's not much killing to happen, actually. Not much blood, not much... It's interesting. It's an interesting family dynamic that takes place. And same thing in The Purge. The only difference for what I can see is that The Purge... And correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, because I've never seen like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 or 3 or whatever, or the one with Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
I haven't seen that one. But what I'm saying is that with The Purge, there's a lot of diversity, so to speak, as far as like they go in different ways. Like I think the third one is more of a straight up kind of a 70s horror type film. More of a kind of a just an interesting way to do it. The second one, I feel the second one, honestly, I thought was the perfect Punisher film. Frank Grillo was in it. He was in the third one too, but he's in the second one, and I thought he did a fantastic job.
And he's actually coming back for a new one next year.
Okay, that's what kind of sold me on the Purge franchise, was Frank Grillo in this fact. With the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't know where it went, so I can't compare it equally, but there's a lot of fans out there with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I would say you have a group of people in the Purge that basically every year the government came together and they said, you know what, we need to get rid of the trash. We need to take out the trash. So we'll just do a purge, and every year it's okay, one time a year for 24 hours, it's okay to murder each other. That way we reduce the population, we get rid of like all the drug addicts and the homeless and shit like that. All the rich people will come out on the street and kill them. It'll be great. And with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's more like down home, like you drive to the wrong place, go to the wrong restaurant, get pulled over by the wrong sheriff, and you're going to be somebody else's mask that they put on, part of their skin in some point. So you have these two different dynamics. They're completely different in a lot of ways, but very horrifying in a very similar way. So let's go to the voting, guys. We have The Purge versus the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We'll put a minute on the clock. Everybody can vote on what you feel is a better franchise.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, for me, is one of the scariest movies ever made. I don't know much about it. I didn't watch the other ones, actually, but that first one...
Yeah, the first one, I mean, that's where it's at. That's the first one, you know?
I may have seen the remake, but I don't remember seeing any of the original ones.
Kevin, you shall be the Purge.
Right?
What's that?
You're the Purge, Kevin. Chris, you are the Chainsaw Massacre, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Frank says the Purge. Enrique says the Purge. Frank says, who's already voted, he says Chainsaw is one movie and everything else sucks. Hakeem says Texas Chainsaw Massacre, much more suspenseful, even for the older production. Maria says The Purge has some interesting things to say about society, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre inspired a whole slew of slasher movies and pulls the nostalgia strings by midnight movies. Tough choice. I'll pick Texas Chainsaw. Scorch says Texas Chainsaw. Birdie says Texas Chainsaw. Austin says Texas Chainsaw. Jeez. Marie says that girl spent the entire time screaming throughout the entire movie in Leatherface. I couldn't wait for her to die. I don't blame you. That's where we're at right now. It sounds like Texas Chainsaw is winning. Marie just now says The Purge. So where are we at, guys?
4 votes for the 4 for The Purge.
And 5 for Texas Chainsaw. Anybody wants The Purge to stay? You need to vote right now. Otherwise, it is going to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Don't let that happen. I'll give it a couple licks and then we'll move on.
Don't they do a Purge thing every year at Comic-Con now?
I went to a thing. Let's see if I got that.
Where you get like Purge bucks and stuff. I can't really remember. I think
they were doing that. I don't know if I can bring it out. Here, give me a second. I have it here. Damn it. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay, so I went to the Purge Live event that they used to have in Hollywood. Or in downtown LA, actually. And this is my badge for it. And it was weird. It was like the makers of Blackout did this. I didn't quite know what to think of it, but it was definitely immersive, so I will say. Okay. We don't have any more votes, so the Purge is done. Texas Chainsaw Massacre moves on, sadly.
All right.
Close one.
Yeah. All right. So Texas Chainsaw moves on.
Purge was another super low budget movie.
The first one, yeah. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining, buddy.
Lannister in it.
Ethan Hawke.
And then now the newest one is super high budget, and it was decent, but a really good premise, but poorly executed. But you could definitely see like the budget's getting higher and higher.
All right, this one's near and dear to my heart for obvious reasons, but I believe, Chris, you were going to take this number 3 round?
Yes.
Okay.
I picked it solely because I've seen all the movies.
What are we talking about on...
We got a couple deads here. We got the Evil Dead versus the Living Dead franchises.
Okay, let me see if I can make this a little smaller. Give me a second. There we go.
Good matchup.
That's a tough one.
We've got the Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, those franchises versus the Evil Dead, correct? That's what you said?
Yep.
That's correct.
So that's Army of Darkness, Ash versus the Evil Dead, Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So here's where we are at. Both of them actually have comic books, too, which is surprising. So we have Evil Dead versus the Living Dead franchise. You guys can vote. Chris, you want to give a little bit about both of them?
Yeah, okay. Living Dead, first one was in the 60s, I believe it was. Night of the Living Dead, 1968. It was remade in the 90s, I believe it was.
Yes.
And it was penned by Romero, and it was directed by the guy who did the effects for Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, Tom Savini. Yeah. And then, of course, we have the sequel of Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, made by Superman's own Zack Snyder. And then we have Dawn of the Day of the Dead, which came out. Sorry, not Dawn of the original. The remake was made by Snyder. They did Dawn of the Dead in '78, and then they remade it also in the '90s. And then they have Day of the Dead.
85.
85, yes. And then Land of the Dead. A lot of these have been remade. There is a sequel coming out next year of Night of the Living Dead 2. And it's reprising the original stars of Day of the Dead from '85.
That's gonna be cool.
Are going to be in it, so that's something to look forward to. But then we have the Evil Dead. You know, everyone knows the Evil Dead. We just had a discussion about the Evil Dead 20 minutes ago. All 3 movies and the TV show are all fantastic. First one shot very low budget, and then they got a bigger budget, and they basically reshot the movie, changed a few things, and they made Evil Dead 2. Very similar in premise. And then we have Evil Dead 3, which is amazing. Probably my favorite of the series. And then, of course, the TV show. So we have, 2 super, and then, both series have superhero directors. We got Sam Raimi versus Zack Snyder.
Yes.
Both have zombies. Well, sort of, I guess. Evil Dead sort of zombies. Both have a little comedy. And the remakes have more comedy than the original. The originals were straight horror. They're great. Night of the Living Dead is one of the most classic movies. It was banned in Germany. Okay. That's how scary it was.
Also, had great symbolism, too.
All right. We got to move, so we're moving on. We've got The Living Dead versus The Evil Dead. Let's start tallying the votes. Sean, you are The Evil Dead, and Chris, let's have you be The Living Dead, okay? Okay, so Enrique says Evil Dead. Mom says Evil Dead. Frank says Living Dead, all based on Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. Brody says Evil Dead. Makes sense. You guys are going to go see that. Hakeem says the Living Dead franchise all the way. Marique says Evil Dead. Maria says, man, Evil Dead is definitely my favorite, but just saying that Evil Dead wouldn't exist without Living Dead. Living Dead series inspired so many movies and shows. That's not a vote. Scorch says The Living Dead. Carlos, thanks for joining us, Carlos. He says The Living Dead. And Janice K1 says Evil Dead. Thank you for joining us, Janice. So, where are we at with this, guys?
We're at 4 for The Living Dead.
5 for Evil Dead.
5 for Evil Dead. So that's where we stand. Maria's voting for Evil Dead. She says 6. So it's 6-4 right now. We have 10 votes in total. We have more people in the chats or that are viewing right now. So if you guys would like to cast your vote, feel free to do so. That way your film of choice can make it on to the next round. We're going to put 1 minute on here, and then we're going to move on, okay? And that's what we're doing.
The Night of the Living Dead and George Romero are totally responsible for the modern-day zombie.
Okay.
Before that, zombie was a totally different type of thing.
And what city and state was Romero from?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
You got it, buddy. One of the best.
I think it was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
My favorite city in the whole wide world. To be honest, I love Pittsburgh. It's a wonderful city.
I've never been there before.
Austin says Evil Dead. That's now 7-4.
7.
Okay. We have, by the way, we have some giveaways. Sean made a coloring book. It's fantastic. That's going to be one of the giveaways. And we have a mystery, scary Blu-ray that's going to be given to one of the winners. We're going to do the Wheel of Fun. So stay tuned till the end, guys. If you're here at the end of the podcast, of the live podcast, in the next hour, we're going to be giving away the Blu-ray and the coloring book. It's going to be fantastic. Trust me. The coloring book's beautiful. Sean, you did an awesome job.
Oh, thanks. It's a spooky, so it goes with the season as well.
Yes, so it goes with the season, definitely. So this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Carlos says no Walking Dead without Living Dead. Boo. Sorry, Carlos. It looks like the Evil Dead takes the Living Dead franchise and moves on. So Evil Dead wins. All right, round number 4. Let's see. Who took number 4? Was it me? I think it was me. Okay, so I'm going to move in with number 4. For those that don't know, it's Battle of the Evil Dolls. We're talking Annabelle from The Conjuring fame of an evil doll that will take over your world and kill you versus Child's Play, aka Chucky, which is about an evil doll that will take over your world and kill you. Now, the big difference is that Child's Play was a serial killer, that his memories and life was reincarnated into the body of a doll, Chucky. And in Annabelle, it is a demonic kind of demon spirit that inhabits the doll and will fuck up your world. Pardon my French. Really, really bad stuff will ensue and happen. So, Annabelle versus Chucky. So, Child's Play versus Annabelle. Let's get started on the votes. This should be a quick one. There's not much to say behind it. Annabelle has the Conjuring franchise to go with it. Chucky Child's Play has its own series coming soon on the Sci-Fi Network with Jennifer Tilly back in the role of Sexy Lady Time.
How many movies are there now? Like 14,000?
Yes. This was done by, what was it, Tom... who's the guy that plays Spider-Man right now?
Tom Holland?
Thank you. Tom Holland, yeah. He's much older. Wrong Tom Holland, but that's how I remember. Tom Holland actually is the director of the original Child's Play. Fantastic director, by the way, and writer. He's done quite a bit. He did Fright Night in the 80s as well, the original Fright Night.
Oh, I love Fright Night.
It's really good. Tom also has done some stuff for Sony for their online site. He's done some web series content and stuff. In fact, I was, and I'm not name dropping, but I was on set when he did one of the Sony shorts, which was super fun because I have a friend that's really good friends with him from school. So it was really cool to see Tom work. So Annabelle versus Child's Play, deciding should be Child's Play. Get it? It should be easy.
I think my favorite thing about Child's Play was it had Chris Sarandon in it.
That's true. Chris Sarandon.
I honestly could never watch Child's Play. It came out when I was a really little kid, and my mom had tons of dolls, and I couldn't do it. I was deathly afraid of dolls.
That can happen. You know, I used to be afraid of human flesh, but now it's tasty.
Yeah. And now I'm like all about the dolls.
There you go. Yeah, all about the dolls. Let's do some voting. Let's see. Mom and Dad are abstaining. Frank says Child's Play. Kevin, let's have you do Child's Play. Sean, let's have you do Annabelle. Frank says Child's Play. Maria says Child's Play. Marique is stating, is this really a competition? She's going Child's Play. Enrique, Child's Play. Austin, Child's Play. Frank says Curse and Cult of Chucky are a lot of fun. He's already voted, if I recall. Yep. Maria says Don Mancini. Hakeem says Annabelle, hands down. Maria says Don Mancini was the writer and later director of sequels. Janice K1 says Child's Play. Brody says Annabelle purely because this is franchise based and I really enjoy The Conjuring. That's fair. Scorch says Child's Play. Please don't break the legs of my Mojo doll. Carlos says Child's Play, hands down. Hakeem says Annabelle had 3 movies of her own, plus she was in The Conjuring, of course. So where are we at with this? It seems like...
Yeah, I have like 7 for Child's Play.
2 for Annabelle.
All right, we're going to call it. Annabelle's gone.
Blowout so far.
Child's Play moves on.
Did anybody vote for Puppet Master?
No.
You know, I have those on DVD.
We talked about it.
Good.
They are.
Kevin, are you... No, you're not this one. Who's number 5?
I think I'm number 5.
You are... Oh
my gosh. We have a heavyweight championship here, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. I designed this matchup here. This is going to be a good one.
So we have Halloween versus Friday the 13th. I believe Halloween has 11 movies to its name.
12, about to be 12.
It will be 12, right? And then I think Friday the 13th has 12.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's
so the first one, I mean, I feel like everybody knows, but Halloween, Michael Myers was sent to a sanitarium after he kills his sister on Halloween, and then he comes back and terrorizes the town. And we got Friday the 13th, where you know what's funny? I think that actually Friday the 13th was kind of made to cash in on the success of Halloween.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it just kind of ballooned into something its own thing.
Uh-huh.
A lot of holiday horror movies came out. Yes, Silent Night, Deadly Night. There was one for Valentine's Day. It was the one that took place in Canada. It was like the Valentine's Day. My Bloody Valentine. Oh, yeah. Everyone was capitalizing on the holidays for horror movies.
Yeah. So yeah, and then Jason terrorizing the camp counselors, trying to get ready to open Camp Crystal Lake. They're both amazing. I don't have a dog in this race at all. So
Yeah, you do.
For some reason, and I apologize, Friday the 13th disappeared off the screen, and I don't know why. So I'm putting that back on the screen.
But isn't the first Friday the 13th not even about Jason?
It's Jason's mom.
It's about his mom. Although it's about Jason, but not directly. His mom is pissed off that,
Real quick, Kevin, sorry to interrupt. Marique, you cannot put a vote in for both. You have to vote for one or the other.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I was just saying that it is about Jason. It's basically about a very angry mother whose son wasn't looked after properly because the camp counselors were making love and whatnot, and he drowned in the lake. And therefore, she's out for vengeance. And you know what? I can understand. A mother's love just went a little too far. That's all. And then, of course, someone chops the mother's head off, and then somehow Jason resurrects himself, and now you have problems. Anyone who goes to Crystal Lake is pretty much guaranteed capital punishment.
See, I stopped watching after he went to hell.
Oh, yeah, that was silly.
Well, except for when he fought Jason and came back, fought Jason. I watched that. So I don't know if they ever explained how he came back to life.
Yeah, oh yeah, and Freddy vs. Jason, yeah, it's strange. Like, how did he come back? They don't explain that.
Doesn't he go to space in one of them?
Oh, yeah, that's Jason X. Yeah, it's like in the 25th century or something like that. Yes, it's silly. The reboot wasn't so bad. It actually has some logic as to how he was able to get from one side of the camp to the other, because that's always the big joke. People are running for their lives. He takes some bizarre shortcut and cuts you off and kills you. So it turns out it's like a tunnel system that he uses to get
It makes sense
from one point to the other. So it's kind of made sense. Like, oh, it's kind of logical.
Okay. We're going to start doing this. Kevin, since it's your background, you're doing Halloween. Chris, you were doing Friday the 13th, okay?
Gotcha.
All right, we got 40 seconds left on the clock, guys, for voting. Maria says Halloween. Frank says Halloween. Let's see. Enrique says Friday the 13th. Trevor says Friday the 13th. Seems we're tied. Brody says one thing leads to another, and 13 movies later. Yeah, that's true. Trevor says I like the reboot. Marique votes Friday the 13th. Whoa! It takes the lead.
Ooh.
Until Scorch votes Halloween. Now we're tied again. Brody takes Friday the 13th ahead. Hakeem says it's too difficult. I can't vote. Well, Hakeem, if you don't want Halloween to win, you abstain, and that means you're voting for Friday the 13th because it's in the lead right now.
True. Believe in the power of Michael Myers.
Austin says Halloween. We are tied.
Yes.
You know, Halloween 2 is actually one of the movies to blow my mind. How it takes place right afterwards. As a kid, I was just like, "Oh my god, what a great idea for that!" And I think that speaks to the strength of the series.
Technically, that second movie was the last movie because it's pretty obvious that Dr. Loomis and Michael Myers got blown up.
We're tied.
Of course,
everybody, we're tied. I'm just letting you know. Everybody in the audience, we are tied. So it's either Halloween or Friday the 13th, the series. So we need a vote. If you don't vote, it's going to go to the Supreme Court, which is the four of us, and then we'll decide.
Yes.
And, I've never seen a Halloween movie. This is my dirty little confession.
What?
Never seen any Halloween movies.
My God.
That is man, Halloween's good, dude.
That's required viewing for film
I've seen them all, for God's sakes.
My goodness. You get to see the subjective point of view of the killer. That was never done before.
Well, I'm not really a big fan of that type of horror film about the man walking around and just killing people. I'm more into torture porn.
But it's about the passion. It's about the passion of the killer.
Okay. It's going to the Supreme Council, guys.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not the Supreme Court. We're doing Supreme Council this time. Kevin.
You get the ropes.
Also, the direction and the score are fantastic.
Supreme Council.
Well, I plan on doing a major watch of all of them before the new one comes out.
Oh, good.
You better friggin' hurry, buddy. Count again, Frank.
Reboot.
I'll count again, Frank. But all right, let's count again. Kevin, you're doing Halloween. Chris, you're doing Friday the 13th. Okay.
Gotcha.
Maria says Halloween. Frank says Halloween. That's 2 for Halloween. Enrique says Friday the 13th. Trevor says Friday the 13th. That's 2. That's tied. Marique says... Did I say Marique? Yeah, I did. Scorch says Halloween. Brody says Friday the 13th. Against it's tied 3-3. Austin says Halloween. Hakeem says Halloween it is then. Okay, so it looks like Halloween is actually in the lead. Thank you, Hakeem.
One came in
or
at
Frank.
the.
Yeah, sometimes these don't pop up until late, guys. I'm sorry, in the chats and stuff. So we are tied, or actually, we're not tied. Halloween is winning. So I guess Halloween wins, right?
If you're gonna call it.
Sorry,
I don't
Supreme.
know, it looks 4-4 to me.
Looks like 4-4 to you. Two Halloween, 3 Halloween, 2 Friday the 13th.
No, I guess there is a fifth. Is the Halloween it is then? Is that
Yep.
that a vote? Or?
Yep, that's Halloween.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, Halloween wins. Moving on.
Wow, that was close.
Okay. You're right, Frank. Thank you for pointing it out, buddy. Appreciate it. Next round, Kevin, this is all you, buddy.
Yes, it is.
Number 6. I'm going to bring them up.
All right. Very excited about this matchup.
Where's Angie? That's what I want to know. Angie, where are you?
You know, the first person is a man of a dark sense of humor. He comes in your dreams. And if you, was it 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, 3, 4, better lock your door, 5, 6, better grab a crucifix, 7, 8, gosh, I found what it says. And I know 9, 10, never sleep again. Basically, you can't go wrong with Freddy Krueger. The man, if you can't, survive your nightmare, it's over. If you can't learn to fight him properly and not be afraid of all the tricks he throws at you, you're good as dead. And then he's going against the best well-dressed killer or ghoulish killer out there, Daniel Robitaille, the Candyman. Now, Daniel Robitaille is one guy I wouldn't want to mess with. If you're stupid enough to go in a mirror and say his name 5 times with the lights out, well, you did yourself in, and I don't feel sorry for you. You got what's coming to you. Because you know what? That vicious hook will stick up your crotch and all the way up your insides, and it's a bad way to go. So if I had to pick my poison, you probably don't want to mess with the Candyman. You probably want to avoid him at all costs. And there is no negotiation either with either of these guys. Once you draw them in any way, rather be through your dreams or by calling them at the window, or not the window, at the mirror, that's it. It's a wrap. So what's it going to be? The best dressed man against the not so best dressed man with a makeshift glove with 4 knives on him.
Looks like a dude that made a outfit out of a couch, and then a dude with a terrible sweater their mom bought him.
Yeah, tattered red and green sweater, and then
go figure.
Hat.
This is the battle.
I'll say this: Nightmare on Elm Street has the scariest movie ever made because it has Roseanne Barr in 3D.
Oh, you talk about number 6, Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare.
Yes.
Nice. All right, guys, we're doing Nightmare on Elm Street versus Candyman. Let's count some votes, dudes. Okay, we got a minute on the clock.
But Kevin, does Candyman have to? Do you have to have the lights off for Candyman? Because in the new movie, people are calling his name without lights being off.
Oh, I just remember in the old ones, like usually people had the lights off, and they would Well, actually, you know what? That's true. Because I remember in part 2, the teacher in the classroom called him without. Yeah, so never mind. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to do that. Still,
counting the votes, everybody. Let's do this.
Heck, I'm smart enough not to call his name. I don't need that kind of problem. By the way, Tony Todd, who plays Candyman, that's a big dude in real life. He's like 6'6". I remember I shook his hand. My hand
tall. We saw him at Comic-Con, right?
It was at the Shrine.
No.
Well, and the first Nightmare on Elm Street was had Johnny Depp in it.
That's right. It was the very first movie.
Yeah.
1984.
I think he's the first one to die in the movie, isn't he?
No. He was actually
he's
the second.
boyfriend, right?
Yeah, he was the second to last person to die.
Yeah, that's right. He was the boyfriend. Yeah.
You remember he had that crazy death scene where he gets sucked into the bed and the blood just shoots out. That's a powerful scene because in your mind you're wondering what just happened, because in the original scene when they shot it, they were going to have his body pop out, but then they decided, you know what, it's better not to show the body. Let's just have the blood spurt out, and then you just use your imagination as to what happened to him.
Okay, everybody, my makeup is done by Monica. I'm going to post her Instagram link on here. I think it's a clickable link, I hope. At least you can see her name if you can't click on it. But she does a lot of makeup. She does a lot of glam makeup, a lot of news anchor, movie actor makeup. That's actually how I met her on set. She did my makeup for a web series that I worked on. And she does horror makeup too. She's really good at that. You should see her page on Instagram. It's a lot of good stuff that she does, so check her out, please. Let's start doing the votes. Kevin, you're obviously going to count Candyman. And Chris, you're obviously going to do A Nightmare on Elm Street.
What are you trying to say?
That I look like a burned man?
I guess so.
Kevin, we would not have had Candyman even in this race if it wasn't for you. You have been pushing Candyman so hard. So, yes, that's why you are doing Candyman.
Well, he deserves to be there.
All right, so here we go. Enrique says, love me some Candyman, but got to go with Freddy.
Oh.
Frank says, Candyman. I'm not saying the whole thing, Frank. I don't want this shit on my doorstep.
You don't want a problem.
They tried to trick
you. Right. Mom and Dad's not voting. Austin says Candyman. Marique says Candyman. Trevor says...
You're counting.
I know. They're getting close there, Donald.
What's that? Oh,
close.
I know, right? I know. Don't worry. I've got this figured out. Trevor says the kids never saw Freddy coming versus idiots in a mirror asking to challenge a proven killer. So Trevor is voting for Freddy. Brody is voting for that candy guy. Scorch is voting for Nightmare on Elm Street. Hakeem is voting for some candy. Maria's voting for Nightmare. And Enrique is saying it's hailing where he's at in Southern California. Interesting.
Wow.
Huh. One would think that the dead are rising from the grave.
There was some pretty wicked thunder outside my place tonight.
Yeah, it's true. I heard something earlier. I thought something had, there's some thundering going on.
Yeah, some good thundering going on. What are we at? Score.
I have 5 for Candyman so far.
I have 4 for Nightmare.
No shit. Are you kidding me?
But
wow.
It looks like one person switched their vote.
Who? Hakeem? Oh, Hakeem is switching his vote.
Oh, wow.
He's not doing Candyman. He's doing Nightmare on Elm Street.
So that'd be 5 for Nightmare.
And 4
at the moment
for Candyman.
We still have a couple people who haven't voted yet.
Anybody else want to vote? You're more than welcome.
Say his name, and he shall appear.
Okay. That's it.
Wow. So thanks to Hakeem who made the decision.
Jesus, Kevin. Way to call out your friend.
People already hate us as it is.
Kevin's like, fuck you, Hakeem. Pardon my French.
What do we think of the Nightmare on Elm Street remake?
I you know what's funny? I never saw it.
Never saw it.
It was awful.
But I'll watch anything with Jackie Earle Haley, to be honest. I think it's phenomenal.
I thought he was a good Freddy. I mean, the movie wasn't great, but he was a good Freddy.
Right. Okay, number 7. We got to move quick with these because we're running out of time.
All right, real quick, The Exorcist, I mean, everyone knows this movie. This poor girl named Reagan gets possessed by a demonic spirit. You have to have Max von Sydow and another priest come in to, help exorcise that demon from her. And it's a battle of wills.
I prefer Repossessed, but this is fine.
Yes, a battle of wills, a battle of faith. It's a very powerful film. I mean, people in real life at the theater back in 1973 were passing out, had to go to hospital and everything else. Some people even came back to the church because of this movie. So this is a classic film. It was the highest grossing movie of all time at one point for a couple of years before Jaws came out. So this is a classic horror film.
So it's versus Insidious. And Insidious, if I'm correct, it is basically about a comatose boy that is possessed by like a demon that basically can reach out to other people in their dream state and kind of fuck them up. Like it's a demonic type of presence as well, but in the dream state. So it's very similar to Exorcist in a lot of ways, but differently told. So we've got The Exorcist, which is a classic 70s film, versus Insidious, which is a 2010 type film.
Yeah, I believe it came out then.
Which takes a lot from The Exorcist. So you have the granddaddy of possession films versus the New Age possession film.
And
pick your
one of
poison.
the actors from the original Saw movie, I believe, directed it, Lee Whannell.
Yes.
Actually, the first two were directed by James Wan.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you,
James
Chris.
Wan.
James Wan.
You know what? I get them too confused. I know it was Lee Whannell did.
Didn't he do Aquaman?
No. Yeah, James Wan did Aquaman.
And he did his first movie.
What I
He was
just said.
supposed to do
That's right.
Doctor Strange, but then dropped out.
That's right.
Brody says, my dad saw Exorcist in the theater, and he confirmed nurses at the end of the seating.
Wow. See? It was no joke.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to start the votes. Chris, you are The Exorcist. Sean,
Gotcha.
you are Insidious, okay?
Okie dokie.
I'm going to put a minute on the clock. We're going to roll with this one fast, guys. So those that want to vote, please vote. Maria says Exorcist. By the way, if you stay till the end of the podcast, we are giving away prizes. So, might be incentive to send a text to your friend and say, "Hey, buddy, join this podcast that I'm a part of right now. They're giving away free stuff." Tell your friends, in other words. That's what I'm saying. Tell your friends. Maria says Exorcist. Trevor says, "Damn, this is hard." Brody says, "My vote is Exorcist." Frank says Exorcist. Austin says Exorcist. Trevor ends up going Insidious. Marik says Exorcist, and Scorch says Exorcist. It sounds like Exorcist is running away with it.
It's a wipeout. It's a wipeout. We'll move on.
I never saw Insidious, but that was an excellent maze at Universal.
The first two are very good. The second two are prequels, so they're kind of weird, but
Yeah.
they're good. But the first two are fantastic, and they're pretty creepy, but not Exorcist creepy.
Okay. Insidious loses. Exorcist moves on. We're going to the final in round one, guys. This is how long we've taken. I'm so sorry it's taken a bit. But we are going to... Chris, I believe this is yours as well. Am I correct?
Yes, actually, these are two of my... I really like both of these franchises. First, we got Final Destination franchise. Versus Paranormal Activity. I guess one's about demonic possession. But, interesting about Paranormal Activity, it was shot, like the hidden camera. And I really... the thing about Paranormal Activity is the first movie to ever really scare me as an adult. Last time I had really been scared watching a movie was Terminator when I was like 8 years old. But anyway, so first one that really scared me, and the filmmaking, just the way they did all these practical effects in this movie were fantastic. And so I really enjoyed that movie for that reason. However, then you have Final Destination, which saw the likes of Devon Sawa, and and still to this day, every time I see a truck carrying logs, I think about that movie. So both have like implanted in my brain from being a horror movie. So they're both pretty heavyweight in my opinion. You got Final Destination. It's just death. People have a person has a vision where they avoid death, and death's trying to get to them, get through people to get to them. And then you have Paranormal Activity, which is about a demon who tries to spit his baby. And Paranormal Activity gets weird because then the first couple are hidden camera, but you're going to do so many hidden camera movies, so then they switch to just the general basic narrative of film, and it'll get to look weird. And then I think they did a prequel, and I think the other franchise has 5 Final Destination movies. 5 or 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I remember Candyman, Tony Todd is like in some of them too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in a couple of them. I think he's in the last 2. And it's but the thing really like about Final Destination, it's unlike Saw, it's some really creative deaths. I've never seen anybody die in a drive-through of a restaurant before that movie. So,
does anybody, when they drive behind a truck that has like logs on it, do they cringe immediately?
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, but I mean, do they? I'm asking, do they cringe immediately?
I do.
I either, yeah.
Absolutely, it scares the shit out of me. And that's from the second one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it the second one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second one.
I believe so. It had the guy that played Jimmy Olsen from the first season of Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman, which we did in a recent podcast when we talked about our favorite DC television series. You should check that out. It's on Rumble Spoon Productions page on YouTube. Let's see. Let's start counting. Chris, your Final Destination. Kevin, you are Paranormal Activity. Frank says Final Destination. Trevor says Final Destination. Frank says the twist ending of Final Destination 5 is one of the best, which I have not seen. Frank, I'm going to watch it.
Same.
Maria says, I got to go with Final Destination. It made me even more paranoid than I already was. Nice. Austin says, yes, always. Mom says, yes. Hakeem says Paranormal Activity. Austin says Final Destination. Scorch says Paranormal Activity. Natasha says Final Destination and also puts Hakeem's sister. So, well, thank you, Natasha, for joining. Marie says Paranormal Activity. And Brody says Final Destination. Where are we at on these votes, guys?
Let's see. I have like 3 votes for Paranormal Activity.
I have 5 for Final Destination.
How many you got, Kevin?
3.
3. No problem, Enrique. Did you vote? I don't think you have. It's Final Destination versus Paranormal Activity, buddy.
If he says Paranormal Activity, then it's still.
He says Exorcist. He's way behind.
Spider-Man 2.
That one already won, buddy. It's Final Destination versus Paranormal Activity. Either that or I'm getting these votes very late. Which I don't think is the case.
Is sort of like a Rube Goldberg machine. A horror Rube Goldberg machine.
Enrique, when you're ready, buddy.
You know, one good series we never put in here that's pretty good, but I know a lot of people have never seen it before, is Cube.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I consider that kind of sci-fi as well.
Yeah, it's kind of in between both sci-fi and horror.
I saw a screening of Cube before it came out as a teenager.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, wow, this movie is so good.
Yeah, because the Saw movies, to me, is a combination of Cube and Seven.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
We've got 20 seconds left. Enrique, if you want to vote, please do. Otherwise, it's going to go to Final Destination for sure.
Did you guys see The Platform?
Brody says Cube is awesome. Maria says, I will admit that I've never watched past the first Paranormal Activity because the first one freaked me out. Maria, actually, Jesus, you should have talked to my buddy Brock and me about this, because we actually used to do that stuff kind of in a way. We did paranormal investigation for many years. We would go to like haunted sites and stay there. I don't know if we really talked about that much, but yeah, I did that quite a bit, which is why Paranormal Activity is kind of near and dear to my heart. But I also love Final Destination. So it looks like Final Destination wins. We're moving on.
You, Donald, if you haven't seen 5, you really need to watch it. That's the last one. It really is a great ending.
I will watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So time for the quarterfinals.
Yep. Okay. So this round, we're gonna move fast, guys, because we're not gonna describe the films. We've already done that. So it's just you voting at this point, and you're gonna get a minute per each vote round. Okay. That's plenty of time. First, we are doing one of the best films to include Courtney Cox in it. Talking about Scream.
Ghostface versus...
And it is going against a film that should not even be here.
Leatherface.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ghostface versus Leatherface.
There we go. So Ghostface versus Leatherface. We're talking Scream versus the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm re-amping up the shot clock. We've got 1 minute on it. Let's go, guys. I'm in it to win
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah?
I have a funny feeling where this is going to go.
Kevin, I've seen you be wrong before.
True. But this time around, I think I'm confident where I think Courtney Cox's movie and her ex-husband's movie is going to win out. By the way, they're doing a Scream 5 coming out next year, and I hope that they start killing some of these main characters off. I think the time has come after like 25 years to, move on.
Is that one just called Scream again?
Yeah, I think it's just called Scream instead of Scream 5. Maybe because they just want to separate from Wes Craven and not, disrespect him in some way.
Enrique, your feed is very slow. It's very staggered. I don't know where you're at, but you just voted for Final Destination. I appreciate it, but it's already won, so
yeah, it didn't matter anyway.
Vote now, Scream versus Texas Chainsaw. Just vote right now so we know where you're at with this. You can, honestly, Enrique, if it's going really slow for you, you can text me straight up.
Yeah, text him or text me.
Text me, text Kevin, either one of us. You can choose whichever you feels better looking. I'll definitely...
That's probably Zombie Donald, I guess, right?
They should call it Screams, and the S could be a 5.
You know what's funny? The original title of Scream was Scary Movie, interestingly enough. That's true. Even though, of course, later on the spook would be called Scary Movie. Yeah, but the original title Kevin Williamson had for his script for Scream was Scary Movie.
I got those back in the day. You could get these VHSs with director's commentary and the regular movie packaged together, and I used to have that. And I think they brought that up in there. It was like Craven and Williamson on there. Now it's all packaged together, but that was a big ordeal to get that.
I do miss VHS, even though it was a pain in the neck to rewind the tapes. There's something special about those, just like it's like cassette tapes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Something with the tactile.
We're done. Let's count them up, guys. Okay. All right. Chris, you are Scream, and Kevin, you're Texas Chainsaw. Okay.
That's funny. The guys in Texas should be Texas. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good point, but it's too late now.
Okay.
Not from Texas. Just leave here.
Circle. Brody says Cube was good, so was Circle. You talking about The Circle, the reality series on Netflix? Because it is good.
That is scary. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's very addicting.
It's fun. Trevor says 7 is a great movie. Frank says Scream. So 1 for Scream. Natasha says Scream. My mother/father says Scream. Hakeem says Scream. Scorch says Texas. Marique says Scream. Trevor says Scream. Brody says Chainsaw. Maria says Scream. Austin says Chainsaw. And Marique screams. And Frank says Scream was sued by the bad sci-fi horror movie Screamers. That's dumb. Okay, it sounds like Scream 1. Am I right?
Yeah, Scream's 1. There's only 3
we had
votes for Texas.
7.
Thank God.
There's only 3 votes for Texas, so yeah.
So
now,
Scream
are you
moves
happy?
on.
Are you happy, Zombie Donald? There you go.
Okay. Next round, we'll see how happy I am.
Oh, you might get angry on this one.
Okay, what's the next round?
It's the next quarterfinal matchup is Evil Dead series versus the Child's Play series. So Ash versus Chucky, which that would be a kind of a comical thing to watch.
You know, they had that in Ash versus the Evil Dead season 1. They had him fighting a doll.
Oh.
Yeah, so they actually already had it. He kicked that doll's ass pretty quickly, to be honest.
Okay, so Ash would just, saw him up pretty good.
Kind of, yeah. He did a good job. So we are talking Evil Dead versus Child's Play. Minute on the clock, everybody. Let's do this.
I think this will work out in your favor, Donald.
I am a big Evil Dead fan, obviously.
I didn't see the rest of the Evil Dead show. I mean, last episode I saw was one where he fought his car.
Okay, Enrique, text me again if you would like Ash or Chucky in the winner's circle on this. I know you're a bit busy and things are a bit crazy. Shoot me a text for that if you'd like. Happy to do it, buddy. Happy to count it.
I think we got a winner already.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
Not that it's gonna matter.
But we'll
you know
be
what?
nice. We'll give the other things.
We're not gonna separate them. I'm just gonna count them myself.
Okay.
Brody says Circle is not a movie. It's a movie, not a series. Oh, gotcha, got it, Brody. Okay. Huh. I've never heard of it. Marik says Evil Dead. Brody says Evil Dead. Natasha says Evil Dead. Enrique says Evil Dead. Maria says Ashy Slashy. Hakeem says Evil Dead. Austin says Evil Dead. Mom says Evil Dead. That is 8 for Evil Dead, 0 for Child's Play. We're not going any further. Child's Play is out. Evil Dead has won.
Wipe out.
And by the way, if you stay till the end, we are giving away a couple prizes, guys. A Blu-ray and a coloring book from none other than Shanti Leonard.
And now for the next quarterfinal matchup. This is
the big
another
one.
Good one here.
This is another big one, guys.
Halloween, Michael Myers versus He's Coming For You, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Guys, this is huge. This is our biggest battle.
Kind of cool. All three
we
guys
had Freddy versus Jason in the films, and now we have Michael Myers versus Freddy, which we never had. What do y'all think? Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street? Hit us.
Should be
right out of the gate, we got a Krueger vote. Scorch, you're a bit off. We got a Child's Play. It's too late. We got another Freddy. Wow. 2 Freddys.
Yeah, all right. Freddy, bring it.
Kevin, don't be too excited. You got Halloween behind you. You're counting Halloween. We got 3 Halloweens and 2 Freddys right now. Hakeem, I don't know what you're voting for, so let me know, buddy. We got 5 Halloweens and 2 Freddys.
Uh-oh. Michael Myers is bringing it.
Michael Myers is tough. Like,
he's tough.
I enjoy the character a lot, to be honest. I think he's fun. Freddy, but to be honest, be real, I mean, Freddy's a lot of fun too.
He is.
He makes it fun. Yeah. He was in Pepperoni Pizza and stuff. It was good.
I mean, the first and the third
Trevor
movie,
Jason's gone. Your vote does not count.
Especially the third movie. The third movie's great. It has Patricia Arquette and a very young Lawrence Fishburne.
See what you did there.
In Nightmare 3.
Is that Dream Warriors?
Yeah, Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors is the best Elm Street sequel.
Hakeem says Freddy.
That one has gotten a lot of love recently. Which
as
cool.
It should. It's well done.
Where are we on this? Freddy versus Michael. Anybody been keeping track of Michael?
I only have like, let's see.
I think Freddy is 3.
Jesus.
4.
All right, Kevin, you're doing Halloween. You're failing. Marika is Halloween. Enrique is Freddy, Chris. Frank is Halloween. Brody is Halloween. Scorch is Halloween. Maria is Halloween. Austin is Halloween. And Hakeem is Freddy.
Okay, that's 7 for Halloween.
I think that's a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Freddy's gone. Halloween moves on.
Freddy's dead.
Nice.
Again.
Again.
All right. Final round. This is going to be a fun one, guys. This will be a good one. Everybody in the chats, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to move quick. We should be done in 15-20 minutes, to be honest, once we get through this. I know everybody on the East Coast has to go to bed. I apologize. I know it's late. But stick with us. It'll be worth it. We got some prizes at the end. Final Destination.
The Exorcist.
Versus The Exorcist. Yes, thank you, Kevin. All right, let's cast our votes, everybody. Everybody in the chat. Final Destination versus The Exorcist. Who do you think wins?
Well, Supernatural Force versus Supernatural Force.
Let's do a play-by-play. Sean, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Of the, what do you mean? Of the movies?
No,
who do you think will win? Who do you think? Who do you have?
I think my gut would tell me Exorcist, but there was a lot of love for Final Destination, so I don't know. I would probably say
I wouldn't underestimate Reagan and her demonic state. I would go with her, man. Don't underestimate the power of Reagan.
I feel it's Exorcist is more iconic.
It is iconic, but Final Destination I feel like has more fun to it.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, if you have not seen Final Destination, you might like the first one. It's not gory or anything. It's just kind of fun. Second one too.
I fell asleep for some I watched The Exorcist, so.
I fell asleep watching Venom 2.
Oh, really?
Last night.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Was it you were inebriated or it was just not good?
No, I was just tired. It was a long day, and it was not good.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know. I'm sorry. But I will say the mid-credit scene makes it all worth it.
Oh, I heard about that.
Did you, Kevin?
Someone told me.
That person's a bitch, and you should slap their mouth.
I know. Just like the Super Palookas, you got people that say certain
Was it Namas Thomas?
Oh, no.
Slap his mouth. I'll slap the shit out of that guy. Never seen him in person. He knows it. Namas, you know it. Come on. If I slap you, you'll expect it. It's cool. We're cool.
He'll respect your backhand.
Yes. He respects and expects the backhand. Okay, here we go. All right. Chris, let's have you do Final Destination. Sean, you're the Exorcist. How about that? I got a feeling, Chris, you won't have much to do. Let's see. Scorch says Exorcist. Marique says Exorcist. Brody says Exorcist. Austin says Final Destination. Enrique says Exorcist. Natasha says Exorcist. Frank says Final Destination. Maria says Exorcist. Mom and Dad, no vote. Hakeem, Final Destination. Marique, what do you mean? Are you talking about the succubus? Let me know. Frank, I got to meet Linda Blair in Cleveland once a few years ago. That's awesome, Frank. Very cool. Hopefully she was cool. It sounds like Exorcist kind of ran away with this. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's 7-3, I believe.
Yeah, okay, we're calling it. Exorcist moves on. Final Destination is done.
All right, so it's time for the semifinal.
Wow,
matchups.
I'm surprised by this, to be honest.
This is a good semifinal matchup coming up.
This is a tough one, but I feel like I already know who's going to win.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be Ghostface versus Ash.
Oh, Marique, you know what? I never edited that together, I don't think. I don't know why. I think I just got busy and forgot about it and lost the footage. I didn't lose it, but I just put it someplace and I don't know where it's at. Yeah, that was a fun one with Phil. Oh, yeah, with Phil in the cabin and what's his name? Can't remember his name now, but yeah, he was dressed in the Exorcist. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so Scream.
Scream versus Evil Dead.
No. What? Is it?
Yeah, that bracket. Yeah, it's that bracket.
I put up the wrong picture. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. There we go. Scream versus the Evil Dead. There we go. Everybody cast your vote. We do have some giveaways at the end, so stay tuned. We are giving away some free fun stuff.
Oof, this one hurts. Both are so good.
Oh, cool. Cool, Frank. I'm glad she was cool. Linda Blair. Okay, so here we go. I'll take charge of Ash. I'm going to do the numbers on that.
Of course you will.
And Sean, let's have you do Ghostface Scream, okay?
Cool.
Enrique says Ash. Frank says Scream. Natasha says Scream. Hakeem says Scream. Jesus Christ. Brody says Evil Dead. Thank God. Marique says Evil Dead. Scorch says Evil Dead. Austin says Evil Dead. Mom and Dad say Evil Dead, and Maria says Evil Dead. So where are we at? 7.
3 for
Scream. And I took on 8 for Evil Dead.
You didn't count right. Or did I count wrong? I don't know. Anyways.
I got 13 for Evil Dead.
7, 8. Now it's 8.
Is it now 8? Okay. Oh, Pete popped in. Hey, Pete, thanks for joining, buddy. Okay, so
that scene with the trap door, she's like the demon underneath. Man, scarred me as a kid.
Dude, they did an experience, a live experience at that Mystic Museum bearded ladies thing in Burbank.
Oh yeah.
And they had the trap door, and it would like move and stuff. And, yeah. And then they had the tape that was playing with the incantations. It was so cool, man.
I really wanted to go to that. I'm bummed that I missed it.
Yeah.
But they're doing another Evil Dead. They're doing like 40 years of Evil Dead or something.
Marique, Pete's here. Yeah. It's a reunion. Frank, I did not like the Evil Dead reboot at all. Not one bit.
I liked one thing about the movie, and that was the main actress.
Don't care about her.
She's my crush.
They could all die in a fiery auto crash. Don't care.
All right. So let's see who's going to meet Evil Dead for the championship.
All right. Here we go.
The Exorcist, or will it be Halloween? Michael Myers.
Yep. All right. Let me pull up the pictures. I'm slow to do it because they load slow. Sorry, guys. We have Halloween. And we have The Exorcist. I'm curious about this one because The Exorcist got way more love than I thought it would.
Hey, man. It was kind of cool now. We have 3 classics.
Yeah, we got some classics here. So this is an interesting battle. We have The Exorcist versus Halloween. We have a John Carpenter created in the 70s?
Yes, sir.
And The Exorcist was done in the 70s as well, yeah?
That's correct. 1973 and 1978.
Yeah, it's basically the battle of the 70s.
Actually, even Evil Dead. Almost. Actually, the original, like the short film, was like the late 70s, but the actual film came out in 81.
I mean, that's still 40 years ago.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like the makeup. Monica Halligan. Monica, I think you know her. She did the makeup for me. I have a link for her page on Instagram up in the chat. You can go through and find, or I can see if I can pull it up.
I agree with you, Pete. That was one of the things I was arguing with. Even putting The Exorcist in it is, Pete said as a franchise, he used to go with Halloween. That was one of the arguments I had. Is Exorcist? It's a great first movie, but not a very good franchise.
Yep, we had that discussion.
All right, Kevin, since you're permanently Halloween, you're going to do the count for that, and Sean, you're going to do The Exorcist. How about that, okay?
Cool.
All right, so here we go. Frank says Halloween. Enrique says Exorcist. Natasha says Halloween. Scorch says Halloween. Austin says Halloween. Maria says Halloween. Pete says Halloween. Brody says Exorcist. Marique says Halloween. And Hakeem says Halloween. So it sounds like Halloween's running away with it. Am I wrong?
It's a wipeout.
Yeah.
This is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
My boy Michael Myers versus your boy Ash.
Yeah.
For the championship.
This is it. This is for all the marmalade.
A great villain versus a great hero.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
We couldn't have it any other way, right?
So we have Halloween in one corner. I don't know why I even took down the picture. Versus Ashy Slashy, Evil Dead.
John Carpenter versus Sam Raimi.
Where will this lie? Guys, gentlemen, let's hear your thoughts on this.
I believe it might be Halloween by 1 vote, or it might come to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's what I think. It might come to us.
Supreme Court.
I sure hope it's not Supreme Court. This is a tough call.
It is.
For me, anyways.
Yeah, and the last time Sean did something Supreme Court, he messed it all up, so.
He sure did. Sure do.
Enrique, I don't know what kind of vote that is. I'm guessing, but I want you to be very clear on it, so I don't get called a bullshit artist later.
This is for all the marbles.
I'm sure you still will be at some point.
Whatever do you mean?
Remember, the Curse of Thorn against the Necronomicon.
Namacana. Okay, Enrique, I got it. I understand where you're voting.
Versus a boomstick.
Boy, this is back and forth. This is really back and forth.
Yeah.
Kevin, Kevin, you're counting Halloween again. This is what you've done.
Of course.
You've done this to yourself. I'm going to personally count Evil Dead because you know why.
You should. Look, Halloween is.
I'm basically a Deadite right now, so I count.
I'm a Michael Myers fan, so yeah, let's do this.
It's like, I feel like Evil Dead might have more, like, percentage-wise better movies, but there's more movies of Halloween, you know?
Okay. So here's the thing. Since Halloween just got done voting, I don't know where the voting cut off, and I'm very sorry about this, but I think, Hakeem, you voted last for Halloween in the last one. So if you voted for Halloween in this one, let me know, or if you voted for Evil Dead in this one, let me know. So my parents vote Evil Dead. Maria votes Evil Dead. Frank votes Halloween. Enrique votes Evil Dead. Natasha votes Halloween. Brody votes Evil Dead. Austin votes Evil Dead. Scorch votes Halloween. Pete votes Evil Dead. Let's see. Hakeem votes Halloween backwards. Marique votes Halloween. And that's where we're setting. What's your number for Halloween, Kevin?
I have 5 so far.
I have 6 for Evil Dead.
Ooh.
That's a tough one. So if you want Halloween to move forward, let us know. By the way, if you stay, at the end of this, we are going to do 2 giveaways. We're going to give away a Blu-ray and a very cool Halloween-esque coloring book by one Mr. Sean Leonard. So,
please, one more vote for Halloween so we may send this to the Supreme Court and really anger Donald.
Yes, please.
I got you, Donald. I got you, Boo.
Sean, I know you got my back, brother. I know you kind of owe me a couple from this past summer during that TV tournament.
I'm gonna vote for Murder, She Wrote.
Oh,
there you go.
Talk about scary.
All right, guys, we've got 28 seconds left on the shot clock. Feel free to vote for whoever you want to vote for, as long as it's Evil Dead.
It's pretty obvious to me. There's some people who have abstained for some reason. We got like over 15 people there who have, vote. Come on, make a decision. Give Michael Myers some love. That butcher knife is special.
Is it? Because I think a chainsaw is more special.
Look, that mask of
and
William Shatner,
that's
William
it.
Shatner mask.
Shot clock's done.
No.
Evil Dead wins, guys. That is the ultimate winner of this. This calls for a celebration. Let me just bring out the celebrational music.
Donald, how much money did you Venmo to some of these folks to get them to vote your way?
Evil Dead wins!
Kevin, this is very believable. I mean, it's made it to the finals in a couple other tournaments. So.
Yes. Pete says, "Hail to the king, baby." Evil Dead wins the ultimate battle of the horror movie franchises, having done 3 perfect films and 3 seasons of an epic Starz television series, all starring Bruce Campbell, plus a remake with some lady I don't know, but
Jane Levy.
Chris is in love with.
And a new one coming out.
That's it. Evil Dead, baby. Evil Dead wins. Ultimate winner. All right, let's get to the Wheel of Fun, Kevin. Can you pull it up?
All right, give me a moment.
All right.
I got to put in the the names of the people. So let me just wipe out these fake.
Okay, so everybody that is in the chat right now, active. I see a few people still in the chat. I want to know that you're here. So put present, like here.
Marique and Brody are here. I know Hakeem is here.
We got the
logo.
Oh my God! Was that?
So Marique, Hakeem, Pete.
Okay. Mom and Dad are here. Put them as one. Only counts as one. Anybody else here? We have, okay, so we have Mom and Dad. We have Pete. We have Hakeem. We have Austin. We have Scorch. We have Marique. We have Brody. We have Maria. We have Enrique, Natasha, and Frank. Is that everybody? I know it's late for a lot of people, and I apologize.
So Marique, Brody, Hakeem, Pete, your mom and dad, Austin, Scorch, Maria, Enrique, Natasha, and Frank.
Sounds like it.
All right.
Okay. Wheel of Fun. Now this one, Sean, you want to pull up your book? Show everybody?
Sure. That's not a euphemism, right? You mean my coloring book?
Right. Yeah, your coloring book. Don't pull out the other thing. Yeah, that's not. You did that to me once already.
The room I'm in first?
I colored the wrong thing. Creepy and cute coloring book. This is really good, guys. I think it's adorable. If you don't win it, please, please, please go to Amazon and look it up and purchase it.
Oh yeah, it's super on sale right now. I think it's only $5 right now. Ooh, talking about VHSs, Kevin.
There it is. Look at that.
That's so cool. All right.
For the faint of heart, some of them.
So you can color in that stuff and enjoy a fun time. Kevin, spin the wheel when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready.
I am ready. I am spinning it right now. Let's see who it is. The winner is Scorch.
No shit.
Yep.
Wow, Scorch, you win. Wow, okay. Excellent. Well, thank you for being a part of this, Scorch. Frank, thank you for winning. Wow. Okay, that is awesome. That's really cool. All right, so Frank, we're going to need your address again. I'm so sorry. We don't... I think I have it, but I just want to make sure again. If you win it, like send it to me on Instagram or on Facebook. That'd be super great. We really appreciate that. And we'll get that out to you. Sean, thank you for providing that, buddy.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right.
Okay, so Kevin, we are giving away a surprise Blu-ray winner on this. It is a horror film, but it's a horror film that somebody in the chat has had a hand in other words.
Okay.
Frank, Instagram is working again. It was working earlier, so it is working again. So you should be good to go. Frank, Kevin, did you put Frank Huff in there?
Yes, he's in there.
Okay, great. I want to make sure. Real quick, anybody that's in the chats right now that is present, that you haven't been entered into the last round, say that you're here so we know you're here and we can add you in to the Wheel of Fun so you can win something. So please let us know if you're here. We're going to give it just like 30 seconds, okay? I'm going to put it on the shot clock. And if you're here, just say here in the chat. And we know you're here and we'll add your name to the wheel. Kevin, textually, we're good? Nobody's texted you that they're here or anything? You've checked?
Yep, nothing new.
Okay, great. Did you add Enrique, Kevin? Because he says he's here.
Enrique's there.
Okay, great.
He's there. It would have been funny if the other Natasha popped in. I would have to make sure I knew who was who.
But Natasha, Hakeem's sister, is here, yes? You have her? Okay.
That's the other Natasha.
Frank's still here? Okay. All right, when you're ready, Kevin, let's do this.
Here we go. Let us spin the wheel.
Wheel of fun.
Let's see. Winner. Who's going to be? Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? It is Austin.
Austin. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Austin, for being a part of this. You win a Blu-ray. All right. So, Austin, I don't think I have your information anymore. Kevin, you probably have it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so get me that information, and we'll make sure we get you your surprise Blu-ray. And I'm doing quotation fingers because I don't know why, to be honest, but it is legitimately a surprise. He doesn't know it. No one that's won knows it. Just to let everybody know that was the... Oh, you're welcome, Austin. That was the last free giveaway of the night. That's all we're doing. The extra bonus was the coloring book courtesy of Sean Leonard, who also has another actual book on Amazon. What's the name of the book?
Oh, yeah, it's called Odd and Ed. It's under Shanti Leonard, and Odd is just 1D because it's a name.
Great. Okay, so check that out. If you get time, please feel free to do that, especially Halloween time. I think it sounds like a really good, fun Halloween-type story, yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely a spooky type tale.
Okay, excellent. All right, so everybody else that did not win, I apologize, but we're going to be doing another giveaway next week. Next week, it is Boils and Ghouls, which is fun for all families, for all people. Wait a minute. Do we have another giveaway, Kevin?
I think we do, sir.
We do have another giveaway. Okay.
Yes. Another Blu-ray, another secret.
Another secret? Okay. Shoot! I forgot about this one. Okay. We'll do one more. All right, let's do this. Everybody that's present. It looks like we lost one person, but you know what? If they... Whatever. Whoever's in is in.
They win. They have a chance.
Yeah.
All right. Let us spin. Oh, wow. A first-timer on the show. Natasha.
Natasha! Yay, Natasha wins. So she wins a surprise Blu-ray, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, Natasha, thank you for joining and winning. Oh my God. That's super exciting.
Hakeem's sister.
Yeah, Hakeem brings you in and you, this is your first time? Is this her first time on here?
I think so. I've never seen her before. I mean, I'm familiar with the other Natasha that would pop
That's
in.
That's so cool. I'm so excited. Natasha, congratulations on winning a mystery Blu-ray. Wow. Okay, Natasha, let us know your address where we're going to send this to, and we'll ship it out to you. We'll have it shipped to you personally. You'll get it and enjoy it, I hope. It's a mystery, so we try to pick things that people don't necessarily ordinarily order or have, to be honest. I'm so excited about these mystery Blu-rays and DVDs. I'm super excited. She says, yes, first time. Hakeem says, how is it my sister comes on first time and wins and I haven't won yet? Hakeem, it's all on the wheel, buddy. It's all on the wheel.
Life's unfair sometimes. Life's unfair.
Marique says, congrats, folks. Scorch says, congrats, Natasha. Enrique says, what's the name of the coloring book again, Sean?
Oh, it's called Creepy and Cute Coloring Book by Shanti Leonard.
Okay, great. Great. Creepy and cute. Thank you all for joining us again next week. Next week's a fun one. Okay, we're doing Boils and Ghouls. It's all fun television, TV series, and movie episodes and things like that are good for all, for families and, just family fun. Good-hearted, fun stuff. And we're going to be doing that next week. We're going to have a very special guest. Chris will be joining us, I believe, and Darren may be back for this very special episode as well, which is super exciting. We are going to be giving Okay, so since it's a kid-friendly episode, for everybody, we're going to be giving away candy. We're going to send a super big bag of fun candy to people. We're going to do it a couple times for people that win. So we're going to be doing that. So if you have a sweet tooth, definitely check in for this. Also, almost every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, we do this podcast. It is the Real Short Box podcast. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it very much. I am one of the hosts of the podcast. I very much enjoy my job here at the Real Short Box. So thank you for donating your hip. I appreciate that, whoever that was. But thank you. And Sean, thank you for being a guest on the Real Short Box. We very much appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And Chris, thank you, as always, for being a wonderful guest. We very much appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, like always.
Kevin, of course, my compadre, my brother from another mother, thank you for being here with us. And thank you for you all that's out and about here. Kevin, anything you want to add?
Hey, this was a great show. Thank you for everyone for participating. Please come back next week, and we're going to keep this going. We're going to have more prizes available for anyone who wins. So just have faith that you might win next time.
Yes. Love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for being on. And if we don't see you out and about anytime soon, perhaps we will see you
at the bloody, creepy, and sometimes dangerous comic book shop.
Good night, everybody.